Happy Public Domain Day, 2022. This year, works published in 1926 went into the US public domain. And we got a major bonus. Sound recordings from before 1923 entered the public domain too. To learn more, visit our annual website. With books, this year the public domain welcomed a lot of firsts. Ernest Hemingway's first novel, and the first collections of poems from Langston Hughes and Dorothy Parker. And then there's the first Winnie the Pooh book, written by A. Milne with illustrations by E.H. Shepard. So what can you do with Pooh? You're free to post the book online, or make a low-cost print edition, or revisit the 100-Acre Wood yourself for your own story, musical, play, movie. Everything in that book from 1926, the characters, the plot, the dialogue, the settings, that's all in the public domain. Keep in mind, though, that later works are still copyrighted. For instance, Tigger didn't show up for 2 years, so his character is not in the public domain yet. To learn more about what's still owned and what's public domain, visit our website. There's also the original Bambi, written in German by Austrian author Felix Salten, which wasn't actually a children's book. It's a much darker story than the one most Americans are familiar with. This year we'll see a more faithful English translation with new illustrations and an introduction that explores the fascinating history of the book and its author. On to movies, where we're nearing the end of the silent era. We've got films featuring the great Harold Lloyd, Buster Keaton, and the last film from a huge sex symbol of the time, Rudolph Valentino. Check out this action sequence from Harold Lloyd. And there's so much music. That recording you just heard, that was Too Much Mustard, performed by Europe's Society Orchestra, one of the first recordings of a US black orchestra. We're also getting recordings from legends like Mamie Smith, Ethel Waters, Bert Williams, Kid Ory. Listening to their artistry from over a century ago is both a celebration of the black artists who pioneered American music and a somber reflection on what they were up against. Also in the public domain are songs and compositions from 1926, jazz standards, Broadway songs, arias from the opera Turandot. The public domain is an essential part of the copyright system. Copyright gives authors important rights, and that's a very good thing. But these rights are the yin to the yang of the public domain. By constitutional design, they last for a limited time so that when they expire and works go into the public domain, future authors can legally build upon the past, and that's a very good thing too. The public domain enables both creativity and access and preservation. All of those famous works from 1926, they're just the tip of the iceberg. Most works from 1926 have long been out of circulation, and some have been lost entirely. One important film from 1926 was The Great Gatsby, an adaptation of the 1925 novel, but to the great dismay of scholars and enthusiasts, it appears to be lost to history. For the works that have survived, though, it's time to discover or rediscover and breathe new life into them. Cheers to the public domain.